Hello, welcome to my live. Sonic's Blue here. And I'm just going to TikTok and other videos. I like it. If I don't, I'm not really big on being anybody. But anyway, I'm just living my life and let's go.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about this upcoming election? Do you guys like we can keep control of both houses in Congress and pull through, or what do you guys think?
I think the way we're doing right now, we're going to sweep the midterms to the Republicans. That's what I think.
Yeah. What about like some people are trying to sabotage the MAGA? I feel, and I think they need to be countered. What would because they're like a lot of influencers out there.
Sir, they always spell as propaganda. That's all they use.
Right.
Yeah,
This is why I do what I do every morning. This is why I do what I do, because anytime somebody on the exposure of what the left is doing and their solutions compared to the right and our solutions, again, however, you have Trump into office and is providing all these solutions, and no one knows on the left. I understand that we had somebody that was asleep at the helm for 4 years, and we have now that is well versed in that 4 years that he was not in office was the best thing that could have happened to the United States of America. Because now that we have him here, we have a Trump, we have a Rubio, we have a Hegseth, and we have a Trump doing nothing but America first.
Yes, so what we need to change in Congress, the people who aren't behind this movement, who fake it till they make it, right? Pay attention to who the hell is in your district. Go out and vote in your primaries, and then go vote in November for the election. If you want to see legislation passed, people we have to vote in.
Right, and we just did
get it done. It's not Trump.
New Mexico, so again, you have New Mexico is a blue state, and our turnaround, and we're red. We just voted for it. We got our new.
Yeah, I don't know where the rest of you guys are from, but being here, I'm actually from Minneapolis. The left is very insidious, so they're very corrupt. Like they're very corrupt. So I would not put it past them that they're actually the right now, and like your Tucker Carlsons, your Megyn Kelly, because people are what they're like some are even saying flat out like go vote Democrat, So I feel like, and that message is reaching some people. That's why I joined you guys here, because I'd been a listener to these folks. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what
is the message when you have white liberal Americans that are out there protesting to keep your hands off Iran, standing on the street and saying, thank you, Trump, thank you for everything. I mean, what more could you possibly want?
No, we've done plenty, but what I'm saying is, just in terms of this coming election, what should the strategy be to make sure that Trump base turns out and
We go out
votes.
there and pound pavement. We do what we do.
Yeah, thank you
And
for that.
listen, I would definitely not want to give you the playbook. It goes back to the basics, right? So you have foreign influence, British influencing, trying to either wait out the Trump administration and or potentially, pull some influencers away from the mega movement, make it
That's the
appear
problem right there. The
For
British.
sure.
like there's a division, right? But
Well, we saw that
the
all the way in J6. Look at the BBC. They turned around and
yeah.
speech and spliced it. They lost 5 minutes of his speech and put it together, sitting there, just fueled propaganda.
And then when you look at Starmer, he's been doing since this whole thing started, I think that it's a sign of the things that we've already known. I think that a lot more financial backstory about what's going on right now when it comes to Spain, Cuba, and how it ties into Venezuela.
Spain
I'm
is
not
being
gonna,
fucking stupid right now.
well, I can't get into
What's going
that.
on with that? I'm not
They
aware.
refuse to allow us to use their Air Force base,
Oh,
their
wow.
military
Well,
base.
Yeah.
it's really ours that's in their
Well,
country.
yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest, and we wanted it. We can go in there and use it regardless. But that's not the point. The point is that
Yeah.
they sat there and said,
Well, but I can't go into the financial part of the connections, but it's definitely that you might want to look into on your own. Just put in the financial connections between those countries. I think you'll be surprised.
You mean the British rule?
Okay, so can we all say that Trump has definitely changed and has made, like a huge difference. European allies, and it changed their behavior too. But once his term is over, do you think they'll just backslide back to what?
Well, I don't want to talk and take up the panel, but I'd like to do. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, by the time we're done with them, it's not going to be the same. There's a set of events that are in place, and I think piece of foreign affairs taken care of, we can really start focusing in on domestic issues at home. Going to come out before the midterms that are going to make people understand what's been happening 6 to 8 years, and it's not going to look good for the Democrats. I'm just saying.
Yeah. The Europeans are trying to. They would like to keep us involved as much as possible in the war in Ukraine. So, Link, I was listening to an interview with the head of NATO, and he was trying to link war in Ukraine to the war in Iran. And so he's saying, like, yeah, because I think to do is to, I mean, I don't know that what they're trying to do, like, is for this war to drag on and kind of bring China, Russia, and Iran into kind of like an alliance against the U.S. and Europe. So,
Like BRICS?
yeah. So they're trying to kind of make it bigger, gets more involved in Ukraine to their benefit, to the benefit of the Europeans. So they have our best interest at heart. I think Trump got them playing. They definitely don't have our best interests at heart. I mean, if you just consider, like the tariffs products forever, for decades, and we had no tariffs. So, like, they don't have our best interests at heart. So I'm kind of worried about like what the future will look like.
all I can sit there and say is, I do worry, trust the process.
Okay, yeah, I mean, like I do hope it all but yeah, there's just like so many sinister groups out there. Like
Oh wow. I'm gonna
like
hold on to reality. The Saudis are opening up their airport today, and they told Iran to fuck around and fight. Better not freaking do shit while they open their airways. They're doing emergency flight now and charter flights to get all the Americans out as quickly as
Well,
possible.
and I think this is on day 9. So that if you look at of the missiles being launched, they're daily. Like I think there was like 75 like yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Where like they started out
There's
with like over
stockpiles going
300.
bye-bye.
Yeah. So, as we move on, we're going to see less and less projection coming out of Iran. The issue is that they just have a bunch of that stuff hiding in the mountains, kind of hard to find. Doing it. We're doing a good job.
Yeah, have you seen all those, what are they called? The locust, or they're called schmoocide drones that are on their way. We also have sent our Stratosphere B-52.
I watched this, I think it's called Navy Defense YouTube channel, and it really kind of explained like the first wave of attacks going in country, and I was like,
Yep.
I just want to introduce myself.
Go ahead, V.
I'm 54. I'm from Boston. First, and bullet points, and then I'll probably jump off the box. And I got a question. But first off, number one.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Iran people, you got to remember, the majority of them did not Muslim or Islamic. They were taken over by an Islamic revolution back in 1979. They've been unforgetting their opportunity to take over their country, to get the division of Iran. Iran was a staunch supporter of the U.S. back before 1979. The Shah came here and visited President Kennedy at one point, if we remember that correctly. Okay, they were very close with the U.S. The reason why Islam took over, they came in with a revolution, state now, blah blah blah, took the country over because they were trying to weaken the Westernization because they hate us. And that's radical Islam. Now, I got a question for you, Dennis. What are the 3 common denominators with Venezuela, Iran, Cuba? That question was for you, Dennis.
You're on mute, Dennis. Oh, he might be busy.
Sorry, I think my microphone.
Muted it, sorry.
Oh, sorry. They're all kind of in alliance with China again.
They're in alliance with China. They supply every single one of those countries, except for Cuba, probably. Venezuela, oil rich, Iran, they supply oil to Russia and China. Okay.
China's 90% reliant on Iranian oil.
Yes. So at that point, so here's the genius thing that Trump did. He went in, we're not going to take oil. They may give us oil, they may allow us to do things in return with the new government, which politics. All right, but the genius thing about it is he just took out Venezuela, which supplies oil to, okay, not just China, Russia as well. He's in taking out Iran and putting a different government in there. And now that's going to shut off a pipeline to Russia and China. Russia and Iran was supplying drones to Russia to fight Ukraine.
Yes.
So those 2 sidelines down, Number one, Russia ain't gonna have any fuel to fly their planes. Okay, that puts it in the Ukrainian war. All right, Russia. I guarantee you, Putin's gonna come back and talk to Trump when it comes to war strategy. You take their legs out. They keep. So they're not going to support Iran right now. This sense, oh, they're throwing threats out that they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Okay, they shut off. Okay? Now back to the Persians. These people have been oppressed for all these years, 47. All right, from a government that took them over. It's not. They're not even half these people weren't even blood Persians. Okay, spies what they do to these women.
Yep.
Over up. They get taken out, have a piece of hair hanging out of their jabib or whatever that what it is.
Hajib.
All right, they have a piece of hair hanging out. Where they freaking eye out?
Wow.
Yeah, and look at them off.
Yeah, freedom. Let them have their country back. The original prince that's was their king or what?
Yeah.
Yep, he should be back there, and where it's democracy. They have the right to freedom to do whatever they want. Women can go back. They had magnificent schools before these people go to college and universities. They were like better than the U.S. I'm sorry to say, we're a great country. Had a lot of things that they had that were perfect world. Not bad. Yes, better.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I say my piece.
Yes.
All day.
You too.
Good morning, everybody. So I want to kind of put a bow on what V was saying. This is why he's not playing checkers, he's playing chess. Because he came in, he tried to do the diplomatic thing and talk to Russia and Ukraine and that conflict. So he said, oh, fine. Let's go fucking take over these countries that are so, and end the war that way.
You don't sit there and keep putting band-aids and duct tape around the little holes around the hose. You turn around and turn the whole water off.
Yeah, they weren't fixing it. They were literally complying.
Guys, to piggyback off of what V was saying, with supply to China, I think part of what Trump has done is he isn't allowing Venezuela to sell cheap oil anymore.
That's right.
Well, Iran too was selling
Iran
cheap
as well for
doing
cheap.
it as well. Yeah,
well, Iran was doing it differently. Iran was not using the U.S. dollar. Iran was actually selling it to them with the in Chinese currency.
Should be addressed, like if
yes, that's the thing. I mean, the biggest thing that a country wants is their currency in as many other ways as possible. That raises the dollar value.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So the Saudis are also a similar deal with China, I think. I feel like that's too. What do you guys think?
What do you mean?
Because China, where Saudi sells its oil to China in Chinese currency, not in dollar anymore, like as an ally of the U.S. Because that's what props up our dollar.
I don't know about that.
So they should, but here's the thing. Is Saudi, like you said, is an ally of ours, not really a formal ally, but they are an ally of ours, and we can diplomatically go doing what they're doing
Correct.
without conflict.
Again, if you did right when he got this, he went to all these leaders of these countries, Saudi in the Middle East, and guaranteed there were deals made. And when you surround and you can choke out Iran and its teeth, that's exactly what has happened. Now you have the Kurds involved, and now you have Saudi is ready to send their force because they're pissed because they. I mean, you have Dubai, you have, I mean, all of them, Iran. But we're doing
Damn it. Busy man.